Hey guys, back with another video. Happy New Year's to everybody. I wish you all good luck, more abundance, and everything good in life. Okay, moving on 2026. I wish we all have the best times of our lives, really. So I'm gonna talk more about some spiritual things today, supernatural things that have happened to me over the years. I just want to get that out of the way. Dreams. Um, I have a lot to talk about, you guys. So we're gonna unpack a lot of things. I'm gonna make a first video, second video, maybe a third video, and all that stuff. So let's get into the video, guys. So I'm gonna start by saying, um, my name is Jenda Mason. Some call me Jenda. Some call me Belle. Some called me Nooch. I was born in Cote d'Ivoire. Um, I did not grow up in a specific place at all, so I cannot say I grew up in a certain place. But my mom, when we was young, she moved around a lot. You know, so you know, I would say my childhood was in a lot of different places. So I want to talk about the first time I saw a ghost. Okay, first time I saw a ghost. First time I saw a ghost was I was way smaller, but you know what? Let me talk about these two experiences that I had before. So I had one in Ghana, and I had multiple others, but these are two specific ones that I really remember time it was and all that stuff. So I'm going to talk about it. So I was in Ghana, because we was in Ghana for a while. I went to school in Ghana and all that stuff, all that good stuff. But so this one time I saw a ghost. I was in the bathroom. Wait, no, let me talk about how I started to see these things. So my mom was very spiritually gifted. She could dream things and it comes to pass like that. So she was very good with dreams. She was also very good. Her instincts was very sharp as well. She could give good advice to people over her instincts. That was something she was gifted. So a lot of people come to her for, advice and stuff like that. Only thing, I don't think she followed her own advice and stuff like that. What the spirits was trying to tell her, you know. But so I got this spiritual gift. I think I inherited it from her. I don't know. It got passed down onto me or something. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. But anyway, so I do dream about things. I see things. I see visions of stuff. I see spirits and stuff. Um, and I'm not crazy. I am not out of my fucking mind. Okay. I stay zen. Okay. Only thing that I actually smoke is cigars. I don't smoke anything else. Okay. And so I was in the bathroom. When they come to me, they always take faces of people that I know. Okay, so this ghost took the face of my older brother and came to me in the bathroom. Didn't say nothing, didn't talk, didn't nothing. And the hands was down the side of it. Walked up into the bathroom like a freaking robot. Okay, turned, looked at me, stared me down for like a minute or two, and then walked back out like that, just like that. So, but when it walked back out, I felt a little weird. I was like, so I started to call his name, and I don't want to call his actual name, so I'm just going to like a pretend name. I'm going to just say if his name was Tyler, I was like, Tyler, 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 something like that. I went like that. I was like, Tyler, I was trying to like see if it was really him or something. He would say something, but as he walked out the door, as he walked out the bathroom, my mom came right through the door, and if it was him, I would have seen him still walking out of the bathroom. I would have still seen him going, but I didn't see him. He just disappeared, just like that. As soon as she walked into the bathroom. So I knew it wasn't him. I asked my mom, I was like, is that Tyler? Is that, you know, Tyler? And I said, I just saw him. I just saw him. I just saw, for example, Tiger. I just saw him. He walked in the bathroom and he stared me down and then he walked back out. Um, and she said, no, he's not even in the house. He's, um, he's been gone since I don't know what. He went with his friend or something, she said. I don't remember anymore. It's been so long ago, you guys. But, yeah. So he was not even in the house. Okay. The moment that happened. So that's when she knew and I knew that, oh, I just saw a ghost, you know? So yeah. So this is something that happened to me in Ghana. Okay. After that experience, other experiences happened, obviously, but I would like to talk about the one that happened to me here in my house. So, so here in the US, in my house, I'm in my kitchen. Um, I think I was cooking something in the kitchen or whatever for my kids. At the time, my kids was much smaller, so I had the baby safety gate up for them so they don't just come right in through the kitchen or stuff like that. So as I was cooking, I turned around, I saw the ghost. It took the face of my son. Okay. So I'm looking at it, it's looking at me, it's staring me down like this. But it's behind the gate. It's behind the gate. It's acting like it's a child, like it's my actual child. That's what it's acting like. It's standing behind the gate and it's staring me down, staring me down. Um, it was in a white T-shirt. It was in a white T-shirt. So I looked at it for a while. Like I looked at it, stared at it back, but I got some fear came into me a little bit, and I was like, "That's not my son. That's not my son." So when when I was trying to come towards it, it turned around and walked away. And as I walked, I hurried up to walk to see, like, okay, if it's my son, I will see him walking back out. And literally, I swear to God, you guys, this thing disappeared before my eyes, right before my eyes, disappeared. And then I looked further over, and I saw my son in the other room playing with his siblings, and he was in a black shirt. He was not in a white T-shirt. Okay, swear to God, I saw this happen before my own two eyes. And then I was so frightened that I decided to call my dad. And I was like, I called him right away. I was like, this is what I just saw, blah 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 blah. It stared me down and it walked away. What is this? What does this mean? And he said, he kept quiet for a little bit, and then he said something like, are you pregnant? I'm like, no. He's like, well, go ahead and take a pregnancy test because I want to be sure if you're pregnant or not. I'm like, well, in my mind, I'm thinking like, what the fuck does this have to do with pregnancy, right? So anyways, I said, all right, he's like, if it comes out negative, call me back and let me know, then I'll tell you what's next to do. I'm like, all right. So, um, I went ahead and I did that, and then I called him back, you know, and I'm like, look, I'm not pregnant, so what does this mean? And then he kept quiet on the phone again, and then he said, Nooch, if this happens again, let me know, and I will take you somewhere to somebody, and they will fix this for you. They will solve the problem pretty much. And I was just confused. I was like, what? I was so confused, like, you guys. I swear to God, this is what happened. So he said he would take me somewhere. Up to this date, you guys, I wished I would have been nosy enough to just lie to him and said, uh, hey, I wish I would have called him back, maybe like the following day or the day afterwards, and just say, Dad, I have same experience. So what does this mean? Take me to this place you want to take me. Because I really, now I regret why I didn't do that, because I really wanted to find out where it is that he was going to take me. I wish I would have done that so that I would have gone to see where it is that he would have taken me to and what exactly this means. And something about there is something about my parents, and I don't know if this is like African parents in whole, like they do this, is like they don't spill the beans. Okay, they don't spill the beans. They don't tell you the secrets. What's going on? Like I've asked very curious questions to my parents before, and they just could not answer me. They could not really like get it out. It really pissed me off because I'm very curious. I want to know things. I always want to know if something is happening to me. I want to know why it's happening to me. So I'm always searching for answers to my problems. Okay. Even if it's not a problem for me, I still want to know what the hell is going on. So this is something that happened to me, and I really wish you guys that I would have actually lied and told him to take me to this place, you know. But now he's passed on, so I will never know what exactly he was thinking when I told him that I saw a ghost, and this ghost looked like my son. So that was one of the stories, you guys. And then I have had supernatural experiences after that, but I also have dreams. And a lot of times when I have dream things, they actually came to pass. For example, I want to talk about what happened to me 2015. I think that's when it was. I think it was 2015, 2016 when this happened. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that it was between the times of 2015, 2016. Okay. So I had a dream about a child that was kidnapped or whatever. But in my dream, it didn't look like he was kidnapped. It just looked like he was missing. I didn't know if he was kidnapped or not, but in my dream, it just looked like he was missing, like a missing child. So I had the dream about the little boy just missing. They was looking for him, blah, 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 blah. So then next day I wake up, and I like to watch the news. I like to watch the news as well. So I always try to keep ahead, of what's going on. So as I turned the TV on, turned my news on, I was just chilling, relaxing, not thinking nothing of the dream really. I was like, yeah, just one of these dreams, whatever. But then I see the missing child on the screen, and this had something to do with Liberians. Apparently, there was a Liberian little boy that got missing and was searching for him or something. And somehow, some ways, like, I don't know if they said his dad picked him from school or his dad was supposed to pick him from the bus, or if he came. I think he was supposed to be dropped off from the bus and then get home or something like that. I don't know what it was really. But then I saw he's missing and was looking for him. But there was a lot of complications. There was a lot of different stories that was popping up, like, oh, they saw him in the elevator and then they didn't see him again, stuff like that. Like he actually came from school and they saw him in the elevator. He was supposed to go up into his apartment or something. I don't know. I don't really remember. But this child was missing. And I went back, fall asleep the same night after I seen him missing on TV, and then dreamed that he was found. I think under a tree, where it was dragging his body from a water. I don't know if it was river or a lake or whatever the was dragging his body from or something like that. I'm gonna continue the story in my next video, or I don't know. Let me continue. So they found the little boy the next morning when I woke up, and they found him in the exact same place that I had dreamed the night before that he was found. So, and I would say that was something very shocking to realize how sharp my dream was. Um, I'm not sure if all the details that I have is like 100% on this particular dream and my realization on how he was found and all this stuff because it was so long ago. But yeah, but I think they blamed his dad for this. I think they said his dad had something to do with it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I did have the dream about you know where he where he was found. So um, this is something that I always questioned. When I have dreams and then it comes to pass like that, I'll be questioning like, what is it that God wants to tell me? Like, why did I have that dream? Was it something that I was supposed to come out and say it? Was I supposed to come out and tell my dream? Was that going to be helpful at all to the people who needed it at the time? Or what is it? Was God just trying to show me that I have these gifts? You know, I really don't know, but I really question it. I'm like, how is this? I was like, how is this of any help to anybody? You know, how is it helping me? How is it helping anybody that's happening to? That's these things are, when I have these dreams, and then it comes to pass, and it's like, yeah, it came to pass, but why? Like, what is the point? What is the point? Was I supposed to say something? Because I just kept quiet. Every time I would have dreams, like I would just be quiet. I would just keep quiet. You know, I always kept quiet. I never said anything, and I just felt so useless. I'm like, what is the point of these dreams? So I used to have a lot of dreams like that, where I would just see it. I would have to dream, and then I would literally see it come through, and I'm the only one who knows that I saw this happen before it happened because I didn't say anything. I just kept quiet, you know. And I think one of the reasons why I kept quiet as well is because I didn't want people thinking I'm crazy, like I'm losing my fucking mind. Sometimes maybe people get a little too spiritual, you know. I didn't want it to be one of those people. But anyways, so yeah, that's what happened to me, you guys. Stay tuned for the next video. I have more stories coming. Um, yeah, so see you in It's Spiritual Part 2.